empathy. So it's the ability to understand and share the feelings of another. So where our ability to relate to what another person is feeling. In the video, we had one friend who was feeling very happy, but then another friend that was scared. So the friend who was feeling happy was able to observe that, hey, their friend wasn't feeling the same thing as them. They were able to ask what was wrong, and they were able to put themselves in a similar situation that related to how they were feeling. So let's look at this cartoon. Empathy is the capacity to feel other people's feelings. We're able to relate to them. I'm able to know what it's like to feel sad or happy. Empathy helps us understand and support each other better. I can feel your pain and I'm here for you. Feeling empathy is sometimes hard. It takes strength and courage to feel other people's feelings on top of our own. That's a lot of feelings. We're putting aside what we're feeling in the moment to be there for someone else and kind of take in what they're feeling. Back to the video, you know, the friend was really happy about their new board for the water, but was able to relate to being scared of bees, and their friend was being afraid of not being of the water. So they're taking somebody else's emotions in on top of their own emotions. And that's why that's a lot of feeling. In a way, we can say that empathy is a superpower that makes the world a better place. Let's work on it. Let's work on relating to what other people are feeling. So Miss Lauren's going to go over some keywords with you guys.
Hey guys, it's Miss Lauren. So Miss Hannah just introduced our new value for this week, which is empathy. So there are some important words to know when we're talking about empathy. Some important words, or known as keywords, are feelings. Feelings. You can feel excited, sad, scared, mad, happy, confused, embarrassed, frustrated. Feelings, these are all the different ways that we can feel about ourselves and the world around us, depending on what's going on. So you can feel more than one feeling at a time, and that's okay. It's just important that we talk about our feelings when we're feeling them. The second keyword or important word to know when talking about our value empathy is body language. Body language is how a person communicates their feelings to others with their body. So another way to describe body language is how a person tells you how they're feeling without using their words. So they're just using their body to show you how they're feeling. So an example of body language on this slide would be, let me move my face so you guys can see. The girl at the bottom of the slide here, you can see that her arms are crossed like this and her face is frowned up. So I can tell that this girl is not happy because her face is frowned. I can tell that she's upset about something and her arms are folded in front of her. They're crossed. This is an example of body language. How can you tell how someone is feeling? So there are many different feelings that we can experience or that we can have, right? One of the things that we can feel is nervous or worried. So it says, how can you tell the two people are worried? How can you tell the two people on this slide are worried? What are they doing with their hands? So I can see that the two people on this slide are nervous or worried because the man in blue, he's holding his head. He has his hand on his head like this, like he's holding it, like he's nervous or he's worried about something, or like he could even be like pulling on his hair. That's body language to understand that somebody is nervous. I can tell that the little boy is not happy. He seems to be worried about something. He's holding his hand to his face like this, and his eyes are big like this. You can tell how somebody is feeling by looking at their body. So, how can you tell that somebody is happy? What do you think makes most people happy? So, this is what I think makes most people happy, and you guys can tell me if you agree or disagree. You can give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. So, I think things that make people happy are friendship. I think feeling included in games and activities with friends makes people feel happy. Love. I think feeling cared for by your parent, your grandparent, your auntie, your uncles. I think feeling loved by your family makes you feel happy. Other things that can make us feel happy are things that we like to do. So Miss Lauren likes to draw and write. Those are things that make me feel happy. So the question at the bottom says, what makes you feel happy? So pause right here and take a few seconds to think. Lock it in your brain. What makes you feel happy?
Okay, so let's talk about what is it like to be sad. Who's been sad before? Okay, how can you tell that someone is feeling sad? Let's look at this picture right here and let's look at this picture right there. How can we tell that someone's feeling sad? What is their body language? Let's take a moment to think about that. Okay, do you have it in your head? I want you to remember that so we can talk about it during office hours. Now, what is something that makes you sad? Can you think of a time that something's made you sad before? And what was it? Now, when you were feeling sad, what were something that someone around you did? What is something that someone did that helped you feel better? And how were they able to tell that you were feeling sad? Okay, so now let's talk about anger. How can you tell when someone's feeling angry? What is their body doing? Let's look at this picture. What is this woman doing that we can tell that she's angry right now? What is this little guy doing that we can feel that see that he's feeling angry right now? What is his body language telling us? Again, what is something that has made you angry in the past? When you were feeling angry, what is something that somebody did to make you feel better? Is it something they said? Is it something that they did for you? Was it just leaving you alone? How can we relate to what other people are feeling? So now that we talked about the key words for empathy and different feelings, we can talk about what can you do to show empathy. You can ask somebody, what can I do to help you? If you see that someone's maybe crying or maybe that they aren't looking like their normal selves, could you go over there and ask them what they need? What would you want to happen if you were feeling sad or you were feeling angry for someone to be able to relate to you? So, something we could do is suggest something to make them feel better. Let's say someone was feeling angry that they weren't able to play with Legos. Well, maybe we could suggest that they play with the iPad. We can give them ideas that maybe we have done before that would make us feel better. We can give them space. Sometimes when we're feeling upset, we just need to be alone in our feelings to be able to collect ourselves, to calm down, and be able to go back and talk about how we're feeling. Sometimes in the moment, it's not the best time to talk about how we're feeling. Maybe we don't even know how we're feeling. Think about how you want to be treated. When you're feeling sad, when you're feeling angry, when you're feeling scared, how do you want to be treated? What do you want people to say to you? This is, again, how we can relate to what another person's feeling. The more we relate to them, it helps build our relationships. It helps us build stronger relationships.
So, Miss Hannah just shared with us different ways that we can show empathy to others, right? So, Miss Lauren drew this picture, and at the top it says empathy. I can use warm words. So, this is a picture of a warm mug, if it's Miss Lauren's mug, it's a warm coffee mug. Maybe it's a warm hot chocolate mug if it's Mikkel's mug. So, it says, I can use warm words. This is talking about when somebody's upset or somebody is scared or somebody is excited, you can say things to make them feel better. So it says, you are fun to hang out with. You are good at basketball. You can come sit with us. So these are just some examples or some warm words that you can try and use with a friend next time they may be feeling sad or scared. So on this slide, it says empathy is seeing with the eyes of another, listening with the ears of another, and feeling with the heart of another. So you can tell a lot about how a person might be feeling from their body language. So it's not easy to do, you guys, and it takes a lot of practice. But try showing someone empathy today and see what happens. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.